I kind of started making music when I would just come home from school all the time. Me and my brother. I'll just find my brother. Mostly he would have already got his laptop open, got a couple beats on that he's working on, and just show me a couple things. Mostly it was just grime, really. Mostly just rap, grime, with the likes of BBK. Used to love people like Jammer, JME, all them man, how them man used to just freestyle. And the thing, we would just watch videos on them man freestyling and rapping for time. And then we would just put some rap instrumentals on, some grime instrumentals on, and just flow to these beats, you get me? We would just be in his room for time, bro. Like, from time when we come back home, then my mom would have prepared food. I love that side of music. I love rap so much because it's just a free way to just express yourself. So growing up, we didn't really have we weren't the richest people in the world, innit? You get me? Most of my friends would have the PS. What was even out at that time? PSP. So when it comes to buying music equipment, bro, that was out of the question. Everything was cracked. Everything was cracked. Logic cracked. Yeah, man, there's no way we're paying for beats. We used to find the hardest beats on YouTube though. So one person will put the headphones on, will vibe, then the other person will put the headphones on and vibe, you get me? That's the most we were using at that time. I've always been surrounded with my people. A lot of my friends have always been Nigerian, come from African countries and whatnot. Not mocks between us, but we would joke about, our accents and stuff like that. We will still joke about it and whatnot. We have these societies and we realize that, even in these societies, we can even be proud of who we are. It's beautiful to be where we're from, I started understanding, I even started to come into fashion and I started to love the attire that we wear because it's so vibrant, it's so beautiful, and they just very elegantly represent our country, and I think it's just a blessing to be a part of that. I would say my culture shows up in my music through my cadence, the pronunciation of certain words that I use in my music or my lyrics. I'm not like a Yoruba guru or anything, but I try my best whenever it feels right to implement pieces of Yoruba inside so that it connects with people back home. Most of my producers that I use are from African countries, not necessarily from Nigeria. I've got a producer that I work very closely with from Zimbabwe and another from Kenya. So definitely, my music definitely has massive influences from Nigeria or Africa in general. I love the culture. Yoruba is sweet, being a Nigerian is something to be very prideful in. How would I say it? We're very exuberant. We express ourselves in a very loud way, and I love that. I'm most definitely still figuring stuff out. Always figuring stuff out. I'm even at the moment, I'm still doing Yoruba lessons that I've been doing for a year, and that's still carrying on. This is the most free I've ever felt. I feel like I am who I am, and I realize that I am very different from anybody I've ever met. And I'm happy with that difference. I think is what makes me unique, and I think the combination of growing up in the UK and being completely British and also being completely Nigerian has shaped me into a very unique human being, and I think a lot of people can relate to that as well, I think I like standing out. Yes, this is what I'll say. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room to be the most noticed. If I could say one thing to my younger self, is nobody's living your life for you, man. And yeah, man, you're lit. You're flipping lit. You're lit as hell. About to take over the world. You get me? You're about to take over the world and this whole game is yours, G. So just keep going, man, and stay positive. You get me?